We were joined by Dave Jones following a 1-0 win against Pilkington in the league. Dave, deja vu from our last trip here as our overcome Pilkington with a high sample header. What's your assessment from today?
We knew it was going to be a tough game. I think it's always a tough game. The times we've come up against them this season, I think a bit disappointed with the first half in terms of us. Thought it lacked energy, tempo, a bit of running off the ball as well, which is disappointing, and just the will to win the ball back, turn the ball over, and play with any purpose. Really, I think it's often difficult when a side sits back, which they did in the first half. But we were too predictable. The movement was too predictable. The tempo that we moved the ball was too predictable as well. And the length that we moved the ball was too predictable. And we said that at half time. And I thought second half we come out with a lot more energy, a lot more purpose to ourselves, running off the ball and turning the ball over and creating their moments. And I thought we were much better second half. But we have to find a way of doing that right from the start. When we didn't do that today. And then the goal was really well took. It was intercepted, it was played inside to Joe Bacon, turned out back foot into _Chadwick, good ball, and 𝐏𝐲𝐶 in the right place to bundle it home. So yeah, that was pleasing. But we know it's about winning games of football. We know that we've often played really well this season and fell the wrong side of it. So no complaints on the result. Did think we deserved the 3 points this afternoon and got what we deserved.
Obviously, like you said, Pilkington were very strong defensively and made it quite hard for us. How do you think the lads fared against them?
Yeah, like I said, I think with the way they played, we struggle in recent weeks if there's not a lot of space behind the defence. We want to turn teams and get them facing their own goal, but we struggle with that. The last few weeks we struggled with it again today, so that's up to us as a coaching staff and players to keep working on that and keep plugging away at it. And we are, we do it patterns of play and in possession and phases of play and all that. So we do it, but we have to keep getting better at it and keep doing it. It's not getting too comfortable having the ball and allowing teams to just shuffle side to side because it comes an easy afternoon with them. So it was difficult for us, but I think once we found that in the second half, played with a bit more edge, played a little bit higher up the pitch as well, and turned over the ball higher up the pitch, then that's when we start to come into our own.
And a trip to Upton Villa next week. How do you think the lads are preparing for that one?
Well, it'll be tough. They're a good side. I think the league position doesn't really reflect on what side they are. I think they picked up a lot of draws this season, and if they'd turned a few of them into wins, they'd be similar position to where we are. So every time we've played them over the last 2.5 years, we've had good battles with them in the Division 1 North. So I envisage that to be no different next Saturday. Others has them playing with heart and desire and loads of legs as well. So it'll be difficult, and we'll have to be right at it next Saturday to give ourselves a chance of putting some more points on the board. So we'll work hard this week. We'll get back in Tuesday night. We'll get ready to go again Tuesday, Thursday, and we'll reset and get ready to go again next Saturday.
Cheers, Gaffer.
Thank you.